this thing on? Howdy, howdy, howdy. Hello, hello, hello. Anybody out there? Welcome back to Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival in this episode of the Four Horsemen Podcast. Now, I want to tell you guys up front, it was not my turn to host this week. It belonged to my good friend, the Roaming Prepper, and I would like you to please draw your attention to the description section below this video. The description section does not belong to me. It belongs to the Roaming Prepper. And YouTube decided to put him in Facebook jail or YouTube jail, whatever. They're both the same thing, right? Over what I would call some bullshit. So I had to host tonight on behalf of the Roaming Prepper. So he will be asking the questions, but I would like to read you guys a little something before we start. Nobody elected big tech, but somehow it decides what billions of people see and think and talk about every single day. Right now, this week, governments across the world are tightening the screws. In California, courts are moving forward with laws that now force platforms to monitor users and estimate ages, which means more data, more filtering, more control. In the UK, regulators are telling companies like Meta, TikTok, and YouTube, lock it down, verify users, restrict content, or pay massive fines. And in the EU, they're handing out $100 million plus fines for how platforms manage visibility and verification. So ask yourself, is this about safety or is this about control? Because at the same time, inside a U.S. courtroom right now, you've got testimony comparing social media platforms to addictive drugs engineered to manipulate behavior. Think about that. They're not just controlling what you see. They're controlling how long you stay, what you feel, what you react to. And here's where it gets dangerous. We're being told two completely different stories. One side, big tech, says we have to censor, moderate, and filter to protect you. The other side, governments are saying you didn't censor enough, now we're stepping in. So which is it? Because both sides want control over speech. Freedom is not winning. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Four Horsemen Podcast. Y'all know everybody here, and this is the Roaming Prepper's show, and it's his St. Patrick's Day, baby.
Woo! That was easy.
There you go. Bingo.
Welcome, everybody. Big thumbs down for censorship.
Prison suit. An
For
orange
real.
jumpsuit. That would have been awesome. Damn, I think of these things too late.
Yeah, please go subscribe to the Roaming Preppers channel right now. If you're not already, go over there and subscribe and give YouTube the big middle finger in the comment box somewhere. So when Pete gets back, it's nothing but the bird.
Yeah, for the record, not only did I get dinged on my channel, right, but then they gave me a warning on the Corgi channel.
Oh wow.
Because Bentley peed on a tree and they said there was a firearm. It's a dog in the snow.
Believable.
Yellow snow.
He do
And
be
I appealed
strong.
and said no.
500 feet per second muzzle velocity that dog was peeing.
Well, hey, you know what? Since we're here, we might as well roll this beautiful bean footage.
Apocalypse now, 4 horsemen riding dirty. Death on the left, keep the Glock sturdy. Famine in the kitchen, hunger like a beast. War paint ready, unleash the inner beast. Pestilence drop, spread fear in the streets. Disease hit the block, no doc can compete. Horseman information, skies turning black. Future looking bleak, no turning back. 4 horsemen riding on the edge of night. Chaos in the wake, no end in sight. 4 horsemen bringing dark to the light. End days marching, get ready for the fright. Death smirking, souls counting in the tally. on standby, final ride in the alley. War in a game, got the war drum thumping. Battalion on the move, always be something. Famine hit the block, food vanish in the mist. Empty pots, empty bellies, can't even twist. Pestilence lingering, bodies hit the floor. Disease knocking at the door, can't ignore. Four horsemen riding on the edge of night. Chaos in the wake, no end in sight. Four horsemen bringing dark to the light. End days marking, get ready for the fright.
And boom, he's back.
Gotta love that footage.
Absolutely. And hey, I'm going to step back now because, Pete, this is your show. I'm just a brother hosting it for you.
Thank you so much. And for the record, there was no gun in the red dot video at all. But apparently it offended the gods of the internet. Or some random AI got offended. Gentlemen, how are you all doing tonight?
Fantastic, brother. Happy to be here.
Do we need to do intros tonight, guys? Or
I don't think so, bro. Let's get
good?
right to it. Let's get to the meat and
Rip
potatoes.
the Band-Aid off and bust
let's
open
go.
the
Let's
stitches.
do it. So my first question, I'm going to throw in the chat since, we're kind of splitting up here. But here it is. With West Texas crude sitting above $90 and the Strait of Hormuz still seeing tanker fighting, how should preppers be adjusting their fuel and supply chain issues over the next 3 to 6 months? How should they prioritize? And what do you guys think we should expect in the trucking and grocery stuff?
Interesting. I can tell you what I'm doing right now is I am absolutely checking in. Whenever I go anywhere right now, I am checking in with the boss lady to make sure that I don't need anything else from there. Right? Let's not waste any additional gas. Let's not make multiple trips to the store if we can avoid it. We all know how they're talking a lot of smack, Pete. They're talking a lot of smack online about sleeper cells and everything else and terrorist acts. And we're seeing things play out in real time in the real world here in America. So I try to be careful with the trips that I take. I try to maximize my effect on those trips. If there's anything in that path that I may need in the coming days or weeks that you can think about, I'm going to stop and grab it right now. I'm not going to wait for later because later the prices are going to be higher, the gas is going to cost more, and it may be more dangerous to try and get out and get that stuff. So that's what I'm doing right now. As far as the future is concerned, I am a huge proponent of what we allow is what will continue. And unfortunately, the folks here, the citizens of the United States of America, have no say in who we're lobbing missiles at. So it's going to continue. I don't think it's going to get much better. I think, if anything, it's going to get worse. I think crude is going to continue to go up. I think gas is going to get more expensive until all of this stops. And it doesn't look like it's going to just come to a screeching halt. It's more of a drawdown, right? So it's going to be really interesting going forward here as to how things go, but I'm preparing for higher prices across the board on everything and trying to get things now before, because who knows?
Yep. And for me, I saw this coming months and months ago, and that's why I have a needs list and a wants list.
Yep.
And the things that I need, I'm getting those and prioritizing. As far as gas goes, I don't let any of our vehicles get below a half a tank.
No.
And
you
you can't now. And then fill it up and make sure. And like Mike said, if I'm going to one store, I'm checking in. What else do we need from here before I leave? Because if I leave and you need something, it's not going to get got. But, if we're going to see this throughout the summer, and it's only going to get worse before it gets better.
Yeah.
I would agree.
You know, my big hope is that the whole oil thing kind of levels out before home heating season comes around again. We're almost out of it here in the Northeast, but not quite yet. It's still cold. It's still snowing in places. And man, listen, the folks on fixed incomes right now are taking it the worst. Electric bills have skyrocketed. In some cases, they're up $300-400 this month. I've seen $3,000 electric bills here in New York State for this month, because folks were on a budget plan, right? And they pay the same amount of money every month, and then at the end, it's time for the reckoning, right? And they hit you with a $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 bill. There's no telling, and it's got to stop, man. It's got to stop. I don't know who the driving factor is, but folks are on fixed incomes. You know, retired folks from the state. You're talking people on SSI, people on SSD. They're not getting any more money. It doesn't come from anywhere. They never get a raise. They never get anything except shit on and told to do more with less. Mm-hmm. My heart goes out to them, and I will find a way to help any way I can. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'll think of something. Some sort of charitable donation for folks on fixed incomes, because this is crazy. It's unsustainable. It's unmanageable. Our economy is teetering. And, you know, here in New York State, the legislators decided instead of helping the people, they're going to give themselves a $28,000 a year raise. That's what they decided here. So I'm kind of fed up with the politics. I'm looking for a way around it.
Adjustment.
Yeah. What about all the people on the fixed incomes, man? What are they going to do? Are you going to ask more people here in the state to fund their shortfalls because your policies led to these energy prices? It's nuts.
Exactly.
I'll find a way.
Yeah, we usually do. We're pretty good like that.
Yep.
Mr. Livingston, you're deep in thought there. I can feel the aura of thoughtfulness through the screen.
Or he sleep.
He fell asleep. No, he's taking it all in.
Thank you. I was making some notes and just checking the vibe and thinking about what you had said. So much to unpack with all that. All right. So first off, the one thing I was sitting here typing. So you said a $28,000 a year raise for who, like the New York State Congress?
Yeah.
Yeah. All the state legislators, they decided to they're going to vote on giving themselves a raise.
Okay. So I said, what does $28,000 raise equate to hourly? And that is the equivalent of your boss walking up to you and saying, hey man, you want a $14 an hour raise real quick?
Yeah.
That's what everyone
I'd love that.
To get. So there's that. Ask yourself, when's the last time you were stricken with such privilege and opportunity?
Well, they also make, look up the salary, Livingston Man, for a New York State legislator. I might be able to do it while you're talking. Go right ahead.
And please do, yeah, because I know for a fact that it is more than probably everybody on this panel makes.
It's more than any other state legislator in the United States of America. They're paid the highest.
Right, and so what this implies is that the lawmakers understand that the price of living has gone up and have legislated
themselves.
Legislated the way through that for themselves, while leaving everyone else who is actually not them behind in the equation. And you know, that's disappointing, not entirely surprising, but frustrating that it is still allowed to happen. And the other thing I wrote down here in my little notes was these are like really quick schizophrenic thoughts that if you read these on my little thing, you'd be like, what the hell is he talking about? What we're living in now is just a shitty retcon reboot of the Gilded Age with all the robber barons and industry and capitalism just left unchecked. Monopolies and all this trust busting shit that Teddy Roosevelt did, like, needs to be done again. Big business has once again outpaced the legislation itself. They're technically operating legally because they're exploiting holes that the people who wrote the laws never could have thought of. And this is the result, is this overbearing, just oligarchy, call it what it is, of people who are just grifting and profiting shamelessly and apparently unlimitedly, to the point where our own lawmakers need to legislate a raise for themselves to afford it, but they don't leave us nothing. And in fact, they do. They leave us with a little something, the bill.
Yep.
Thanks for that. And you know what else? We talked about prices going up. What you got to remind yourself is that prices never go down. Okay, so let's say baseline, gas is $3 a gallon right now. Come summer, gas prices spike anyway because, I don't know, more people are traveling or whatever, especially 4th of July weekend tends to peak. You're going to be seeing potentially $6 a gallon if you're not already. I don't know. Absolutely. I'm not pointing a fucking finger at anybody here. I'm saying the state of the world right now. But what's going to happen is then when gas peaks at $6 a gallon and you're like, damn, this sucks. And then gas shrinks to $4.50 a gallon. You're like, that's not so bad. And you're expected to forget that gas was $3 a gallon to begin with.
Mm-hmm. It's the frog in the boiling pot.
Yep.
And it's shrinkflation, sort of too. The illusion that you're saving money, or how they, the legend has it that they double the prices before the Black Friday sale, so it looks like it's on sale, but it's not. This is done constantly, all day, in our face. It costs $300 to leave your fucking house these days. It's exhausting, and the people are tired of it. So Mike's point, what we allow is what will continue, and that is absolutely true and is proven because the state of the world is what it is because we allow it. We depend on it. I understand the argument. What am I supposed to do, man? I got to go to work. I got bills to pay. How can you stand against this? And the only glimmer of hope I can give you is that house of cards is a lot weaker than it looks like. The facade is an illusion. It exists because of itself.
Livingston Man, I was wrong about the numbers. The base salary for a New York State legislator is $142,000 a year. And it comes with, they get per diem payments for any expenses that they have. So basically they live for free while they're doing this. They take, helicopter Ubers and taxi cabs and cars from here to there and back. And as of March 2026, the legislator has introduced to increase their salaries to $180,000 a year by 2028. So that's your
salary before tax.
Correct. But they don't pay state tax because they're state legislators, so they're only into the federal system, right? Yeah. That's the way that works. So, New York State legislators will vote to increase their own pay to $180,000 this year, while their policies suck the money out of upstate New Yorkers' pocketbooks faster than it does New York City. Now, the subsidies, there was a leaked memo that came out about this, and what it said was that New York City residents are expected to pay $2,700 more a month for the subsidies that New York State has been providing for electric vehicles, electric homes, and electric heating in people's houses. When you come upstate, that number jumps to $4,000 a year per household. So we're getting straight beaten, lied to, and then stolen from by the New York State legislator here in upstate New York. There has been many petitions to divide this state into 2 autonomous regions, and it's fucking time. It's time.
They're about to do they're trying to do the same in Oregon.
Yeah. There's a few different places. California would like to divide NorCal from SoCal, give them their crazy cities and crazy laws, and the northern folks can live in peace, much like we would like to do here in New York State. Rob B, that's another thing they just popped up. New York State's newest law is you have to turn your fucking lights off by 11 p.m. at night. That's it. You have to, 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. That's the only time you can have exterior illumination on in your home.
So what if you have solar? It has to. If it's solar, that's fine. How do they enforce that?
Yeah, how are they going to enforce that?
They can't. It's unenforceable. They write up these feel-good laws all the time that there is no chance for anybody to enforce, right? There is no chance.
Light bulbs from the cold dead sockets, motherfuckers. Come and get them.
That was easy.
Like that, Livingston Man. We'll give you for that one, too.
So let's use candles, because that's so much safer.
This state has gone off the rails.
What's the rationale behind it? I heard about this, but I found it so absurd. I was like, I'm not going to.
Bro, I can't even attempt to try and fathom what their rationale behind is. Something that sounds as stupid as that. Listen, do me a favor. When you take the city that never fucking sleeps and shut the lights off at 11 p.m., then I'll believe your word. Until then, y'all are just blowing smoke up people's ass and looking to extort more money from New Yorkers. What you're going to get is a whole lot of fucking U-Haul trucks headed in every direction but here. That's what you're going to get.
Yeah, that's exactly what this is. This is trying to blame like my barbecue grill for global warming while all the billionaires fly around in private jets. Trying to blame my fucking my solar powered exterior illumination that but Times Square can stay lit up. Come on, man. Y'all trying to provoke a revolution, aren't you? You have to be. Or you are so deaf and blind you can't hear or see yourselves.
It's just nuts. It's nuts.
It's the useful idiot syndrome, guys.
Of course.
Yeah.
I can't even.
They're talking about opening up new nuclear power plants. They're like, oh, if we could provide more power, the thing will go down. No, it doesn't work like that. This is legislation. This is you stealing money and then forcing everybody else to pay for it. That's what you're doing. You're stealing money from nowhere, from the state itself, and then you're paying it to people to put all electric heating in your house. Don't forget to have your boiler removed and your oil tanks. We don't want you going back. We want you under our thumb. That everything that people warned you about going all electric, it's all true, and it's far, far worse than we ever fucking imagined. Far worse.
It's not sinister. You wish it was. If it was a sinister evil plot, at least some kind of genius thought of it. What this is fucking idiocracy. This is people who don't know what they're talking about, making feel-good legislature that sounds good.
Ultimately,
hell is paved with good intentions.
No doubt about it. Sorry, Pete. I went off on a hella tangent there. I'm just angry.
Well, I mean, look at it. The oil, the gas, the propane, butane, it affects everything. Somebody pointed out, I think it was CUCV Farmer, the fertilizer. Natural gas is a component of fertilizer. In the processing. So fertilizer goes up and diesel goes up. Guess what? Everything goes up. Like the whole kit and caboodle. God, that's frustrating. $28,000.
I think it's more than that.
That I did the math, and I across a standard work week, as is defined, that's the equivalent of your boss just being like, "Hey, man, here's $14 an hour raise." Last time I got a raise, it was 25 fucking cents, man. But okay, $14 every time you feel like voting on it, that shit's got to stop. It should.
I've seen lawyers after 20 years in practice make that kind of money.
Yeah.
What do? They don't do anything.
Yeah.
They wear too much makeup.
They make too much money to say it's. This is why there needs to be term limits. That's why there needs to be a salary cap. Civic duty, such as civil leadership, quote unquote politician, that should not be a privileged, cushy job. It should be duty, the same way the armed forces and people like this have to perform their duty. This should not be some cushy job where you live there for 50 or more years. This has got to stop. My favorite president ever, Calvin Coolidge. At the time, you could run for as many. There weren't term limits at the time. They were like, "Hey, Cal, you gonna run for a third term?" He's like, "God, no, I didn't want to do a second one, but I'm not done doing what I had. I had to come here. I got to do my job, and I got to get out of here."
There was something he wanted to get done.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not done yet. But when I am, I'm out of here. That needs to get itself all the way back in all government.
Like state level legislators, if they want to have a raise, I think it has to go back to the public. It's like, this is the bill, yes or no.
Not in New York.
Put it out to the people.
Because nobody would ever vote. Nobody would ever vote yes for that. And
they
so
can
they
vote their own salary. Of course, I'd do that.
Yeah, of course I would too, and my entire workforce would.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But when you don't have to show a profit, you don't have to make money at all. You just steal it from your subjects. I'm sorry, citizens. Did I say subjects? Not like that's the same or anything. We fought a revolution, allegedly, but I challenge everyone to imagine: did we replace the system, or did we simply call it something different? Because look around you. You're still paying the manor lord his fees. You're still like paying your subscription to live on the
replace the aristocracies of old with an
oligarchy of new. Yes, exactly. The system,
it is a new royalty.
They simply redefined it. But
and apparently they're as deviant as the old aristocracy, maybe even more so now.
Or more. I think they're more. If you don't
collaborate across the
name, and I'll check the Epstein list.
Yeah,
the Livingstons just married their cousins. They weren't doing all that shit, though. You know,
that's how they get down, bro. That's how they get down. Happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody out there. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Cool.
Trent, Mr. McMurray himself. Most Irish person on the channel. I'm Polish. I ain't got no fitness.
Actually, it's Scottish.
Oh, he's Mac. He's a Mac Murray.
MC.
Murray.
No, I mean, son of.
Son of Murray.
I am son of my dad.
So when you go to McDonald's, you're asking the son of Donald for a son of chicken.
You mean son of Hugh? I mean, no, I don't go to McDonald's.
He's a Burger King kind of guy.
No, I haven't eaten fast food in probably 30 years.
Man.
Good man.
Look what it does to you.
So because we're getting off of tangents, here's the rabbit hole. You tell me, where's McDonald's getting these 4 billion burgers and the meat?
Well, they're allowed to have like 2% human in them. So I think maybe Livingston Man's been doing some backroom deals on you, Trent, with that fucking clown Ronald. Okay, I'm just saying. You see, he ain't fucking with the king. He's.
We got
shit!
Rolling 24 hours a day, 8 days a week.
I ain't making no backdoor deals. We're selling product. We're moving it. We simply are selling a product. They have money. I want it.
Oh, good Lord.
We have product. They want it. We don't ask a lot of questions.
We don't.
How much do you need and how much do you got? There's 2 questions, and that's
there you go.
How much product do you need? How much money do you got? That's it. Yeah.
We meet in the middle, and every time, we don't disclose our client list because we also offer discretion. Correct. But if a major worldwide fast food chain were to be involved in that, maybe that's why I'm wearing this fancy DeWalt T-shirt right now. I couldn't say that.
And I'm wearing a custom hoodie.
All of a sudden,
I think we've given the whole chat emotional trauma at this point.
Emotional damage.
It's going to really fuck them up when they realize that we were never kidding, ever. This was never
correct. That's the thing. That's the thing. We were never kidding.
Happy All Snakes Day from Rabid Coyote.
Oh, man, they just
all right. So I got another question. This one's absolutely going to be another rabbit hole.
Let's do it.
But it's great. So I'll pop that one in the chat. We have seen a string of incidents in the last 2 weeks. Houston, Michigan synagogue, the guy trying to blow up the highway, but I think he was just pissed at the construction, shooting at Old Dominion, all this stuff happening. How should preppers recalibrate their everyday carry, their family and friend check-in protocols, and their awareness right now? So, gentlemen, I'll give you the floor on that.
That's how you do it right there. You walk softly and you carry a giant freaking dog on a leash next to you.
Yep. There it is.
Well, that's one way. But honestly, I've been carrying a lot more now. Honestly, I have been given the current situation. I've been carrying extra magazines just in case. It's like not one perpetrator, but like 9 or 10, like we've heard about in other places on the internet before. Maybe right here. And I've been sizing things up, man. When I go into a place, I am sizing up the parking lot on my way in. I am sizing up the aisles on my way through. I am paying more attention to my surroundings and the things around me that I can use to protect myself with if I need to, right? And that doesn't mean swinging a Walmart shelf at somebody, but can I get behind something and get myself some cover, not just some concealment in one of these places? Finding aisles in the store where maybe you're safe over by the cast iron pans. You're not so safe on the other side of all those stuffed animals. Things to think about anymore. Nobody's coming to save us. When that shit starts, you're going to do two things. You're going to, one, wish you had a gun, and two, call somebody with a gun and pray that they get there before the other person does. So, be ready. Be ready. I carry my first aid kits in my truck at all times now. They don't go anywhere. There's tourniquets in there, staged and ready to go. I don't often carry one on my person because I don't often carry a lot of stuff when I'm out and about, right? I want to look slim and not like I'm anybody, just another dude in the store. Carry first aid kits. If you can carry concealed where you're at, do so. If you're allowed to carry in your vehicle, some states you can carry an AR in the passenger seat. That's your domicile. You ain't got to worry about nothing, right? Some places you can do that. Not here. So do what you can. Do what you feel you need to. But ultimately, I really hope you feel that you need to be more situationally aware.
Yep.
I was going to say too that like almost every solution I could offer would be actually forbidden for me and Mike to legally do because of we live in New York. We can't have, what you have here is in your upper left and your lower right are stuck in a blue state, the People's Republic. And then what you have on your lower, the opposite of that, the mirror, Vision and Pete are from so-called free states where they can take better measures to protect themselves and others than we're allowed to. To Mike's point, we're expected to call the police and hide in the closet. And that's that. Otherwise, you're setting yourself up to look like the bad guy. Mm-hmm. What do you mean? So you defended yourself when this person violently assaulted you at 3 a.m. in your own bedroom, and like, how dare you? Oh, so you were waiting for them, huh? Oh, wow, that's wild that you would respond in that fashion. That's how this works, man. Because what I would have said, okay, is if you're allowed to, even a stab-proof one, wear a vest, man. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. People that perpetrate violence, you don't see it coming. And the easiest thing to do is we have way less knife. I'm not even going to talk about statistics here. So I know in Britain they have all this knife crime, and that's simply because they don't have guns. In America, we got all this gun crime because motherfucker, we got guns.
It's true. It is.
But at your basic average level, it's almost like the small stuff that'll get you. Like, you don't want to just get like freaking shanked by some homeless guy because you didn't throw fucking change at him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wear a vest. Keep your head on a swivel. I know that shit's like kind of a cliche almost.
Mm-hmm.
What is meant by that is just know your surroundings. Take a look around. When you walk in the store, just scan. What's going on here? Did I just walk into some bullshit? Everything's cool here. Okay, cool. Something out of place? Anything? Just be aware. The last thing you want to be is this person.
Yeah.
Oblivious.
Yeah.
It's
And
not even
the internet's full of those pictures, man, where there's someone like on a phone and they get hit by a car, they fall down the stairs, they get
It's
punched
unfortunate.
in the head.
just in your own personal safety, man. You don't want to like fall off a freaking set of stairs or walk into like traffic, and also like do not engage. I'm gonna say this just as a disclaimer. Like, we're not going to get into a rabbit hole whether you were forced to act or whatever else. But like, if something goes down, this may be the New York in me saying it, but your duty, unless you are honestly 100% confident that you can help a situation, retreat. Mind your business. Stay in your fucking lane. Regroup. Figure it out. Whatever. You don't want to contribute to the chaos, or perhaps somebody's popping off and going nuts, but then you start popping off and trying to give it to them, and then the responders show up, and then you get smoked because they don't know who the fuck is the bad guy here, type of stuff. You know what I mean?
I want to address Roddy Hood's statement here that you can use tampons and stuff them in a wound to stop bleeding.
No.
Now, that is not recommended at all by anyone ever. That is a myth that's heard. You can listen, in a pinch, you do whatever you got to do to stop that bleeding. I don't give a shit if you stuck a sweaty old gym sock in my leg. But ultimately, put a tourniquet on a limb, stop the bleeding. If you can't stop it with pressure, Roddy's credit, you're packing the wound and then you're going to put pressure on, right? DB Cooper says shock inducing. Yes, a lot of that can happen from putting a tampon in a wound. It is not recommended by anybody ever. There is not a medical professional in this world or a medical trainer in this world that would ever tell you to do something like that. And if they do, don't use them. Walk away. Type in www.strategicetc in your little web browser. Call Travis and be like, yo, I need some real quality medical training. Can you help me out? And he'll do his damnedest to get you what you need.
I'm not a combat veteran. I'm not an EMT. I am just a normal guy. And I'm going to tell you something right now. And I know this, and I need everybody to understand this. I probably don't need to say it, but I'm gonna. That shit you've seen on TV and movies, it doesn't work like that. There is no gonna pry the head off the bullet and pour gunpowder in the wound and set yourself on fire and just cauterize that fucking through shot you just took and jump right up and start killing bad guys. That shit ain't gonna happen. You ain't gonna stuff a tampon. The tampons are not made for that level.
Well, it's meant to absorb. No,
It absorbs. Right. It doesn't stop. It absorbs.
Right, and to be like this, the level of bleeding that's designed to absorb is not the same as what you're attempting to use it for. That's not what it's for. Every time you use a tool for what it's not used for, you induce complications. But yeah, all that movie stuff is not good. Gunshots hurt. And you know what else is that, like, nobody's just going to take a shoulder shot and be like, it's okay, just grazed me. Unless they're on like fucking meth or cocaine or something. Okay. In fact, actual gunshots can make people faint because of the sudden drop in blood pressure. Nobody wants to get fucking shot. I promise you that. And don't go stuffing don't just be running up on people, just jamming them full of tampons, bro. What the fuck's wrong with you? That's just weird. When we look back at this, you're a hero at the moment, but like in 2 years, when we look back and we're like, homie was just jamming tampons in people. Like, I don't know how to feel about that.
Yeah, that don't do it. Just spend the extra $3 to $4
Training.
Training.
Mhm.
training.
And keep in mind, if you work for a company that has OSHA regulations, very often your safety guy, just jam your thumb in it and keep on shooting. Very often your safety personnel will have stop the bleed, CPR, first aid, real basic courses. That's not a bad way to start. Because you
If I hadn't thrown the safety guy off the roof like 3 years ago, I would still say there's the last person. That is the last person I'm asking to know how to do anything. It says here in my book, like, anyway, it's not.
Our safety guys actually.
He became the antibiotics and vitamins in our special blend, y'all.
Since he's so smart, it's got creatine, I guess. It makes you
creatine.
brain fuel, fucking nerd paste.
So in the great state of Ohio, and I heard the Livingston admit Ohio is a free state. Okay? Free state. We can carry with, without, in, or it doesn't matter. You can carry whatever you like, wherever you want, other than federal buildings and banks. But I recommend, this is just me, have your EDC on you, your everyday carry. Ladies, the one thing I will recommend to you that carry, do not carry it in your purse. Don't carry it in your purse. Put it on have it somewhere on your body. I don't care if you get a boob holster with a 38. Carry it on your body, not in your purse. Guys, put together a truck gun. Okay? Truck gun. A rifle. Whatever you can, do it. Do it. Secure it whatever way you can and want to. But I allegedly would have my everyday carry and a truck gun. And for those of you that know me, it fits in a backpack.
Yeehaw. Rabid Coyote says Refuge Medical has an awesome Stop the Bleed course that they offer. Keep in mind, Stop the Bleed is offered for free nationwide by American Red Cross and all these different organizations. Vision Preparedness will teach you Stop the Bleed. Stop the Bleed is a free course. If you want to go ahead and spend hundreds of dollars on it and you got that kind of money to throw around with some company name, go right ahead. You're going to get the exact same training that you'd get at the free American Red Cross. What you're paying for is to hang out with
Bob the Builder. Did your sound just die?
Sorry, yeah, I broke it.
Okay.
Yeah, you're paying to hang out with some people. That's what I'm going to say.
Now, I would say
that if your employer is charging you to take this training, know that they're not paying for it. So that's sus.
We have a small fee for ours, but in return, you get a basic trauma kit to take home with you, which includes a tourniquet and either a Israeli bandage or Olay's bandage, some wound packing gauze, and stuff like that. So you can either add that to your kit or start making your own kit.
And just to note, everything Vision just mentioned, the tourniquet, the wound packing gauze, all of that is TSA acceptable, other than the scissors, because they kind of get a little sketchy with that. So in my computer bag, and I've shown this, I actually have a tourniquet, and I've disassembled. I have a deconvoluted first aid kit now in Ziplocs, so TSA can look and do their symbolic, oh, that's a first aid kit, and they put it back. I've actually had a TSA guy stop me at an airport and go, you have a whole first aid kit, but it's all like disassembled in Ziplocs. And I'm like, yeah, because the little box doesn't fit in my bag. He goes, he turns around and goes, see, all of you have stuff with the other agents. We're supposed to have these in our bags, you know that. And they're a bunch of young guys and girls. They're like,
yeah.
But you can bring it with you in an airport. You can have it at your hotel. So even if you're flying, you can still do things. There's ways to do this stuff. Everything Vision mentioned is TSA compliant, except for the EDC.
I'll share another little secret with you. If you really know what you're doing, you can fly and check weapons and take them with you.
Yep.
They can't do nothing. They can't say nothing other than open it up. They look at it, close it up, and say, okay. That's
You
it.
have to sign your little form, and then
Yep.
they put a sticker on it, and it goes
Yep.
to a special place. And
Yeah, don't fly to New York. We will put you in jail anyway because this is New Yorkistan. Welcome to New York. You're under arrest. M Black,
When you get back.
M Black, 100%. Listen, if you're paying for a Stop the Bleed course, it's because it's more than just a Stop the Bleed course, right? I'm sure Refuge Medical is going to take you outside and put fake blood all over somebody, and they're going to be screaming, and you're going to have to take care of them. That's above and beyond, right? A Stop the Bleed course is push the gauze into the thing until the blood stops coming out. Oh, congratulations, you got a Stop the Bleed cert, right? That's all Stop the Bleed is. And you're 100% right. The American Red Cross, that's all you're going to get is stuff the thing in the little piece of plastic, and you're done, right? Oh, you did it. You put some Z-fold gauze in a hole. Good job. These other companies are going to take you to the next level, right? They're going to do a lot more for you. They're going to teach you a lot more. They're going to put you in a situation that might scare the crap out of you. You might be freaked out by it, right? But they want to see you do it in practice. So if you're paying for it, you're paying for the extra, not for the course itself. Keep that in mind.
Right.
I took the online course that Strategic ETC offered to get my CPR cert, but it was a little more. It was occupational training.
That's the first aid, the first aid course. Yeah.
Somewhere like 100 years ago, whenever I got on Facebook, I did a reaction video. I didn't show what I was watching, but just my reaction to it, and it was like, oh, like, you know, just people getting run over with forklifts. This one chick fell off the top of a ladder and hit her head like straight up, like just she didn't even try. She just was like, blah. I was like, oh my God. But it's like, that shit that'll happen in front of you, man. Remember, it's always the mundane.
Yeah.
Like the things will happen, make you wish like nukes went off. At least you prepared for that. At least you thought about that. Not like, oh, damn, that chick just fell off a ladder. Oh my Lord, that is not good. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's, nobody's got to come out here and like spend $1 million, become some kind of doctor. And if you got it like that, please do that. But at the same time,
That was easy.
be reasonably familiar with like how to react to a situation. And parents, I would say, are probably got a leg up, period, on your average person. You're worried about your kids. Of course, you would want to be. And if you're not, hear me out. What if something like your kid done fell out the tree? Your kid done that stupid shit that kids do.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Just scrape them up off the ground and drive them 30 miles to the hospital? Or are you gonna be like at least something like prepared to like do something about it now?
Mm-hmm.
You know you want to be. You know you want to be. Do that.
And you know,
Pete's links are down in the description section below. You click on them, you get what you need. They all belong to this guy right over here. You're over there.
Shall not be infringed. I propose an amendment to the Second Amendment that says will be constantly fucking infringed until like people realize that we ain't done nothing but infringe on this since we wrote the shit.
Man, I'm telling you, but folks, look, and you can, like I said, depending on your workplace, you could get discounts on first aid kits. My shop guy will get me a new one for the truck.
Nope,
a little,
just famous stuff. The arterial, that's an extra $30 a month. You got to subscribe to that.
Yeah, I do believe that's exactly what it's for, Dana, is for heavy bleeding and things like that. Trauma wounds, right? Typically taught. They started teaching this after a lot of these mass shootings started to happen as a way to try and get the public to be able to help save a life, right? You're only leaking out so much red stuff, so much Kool-Aid before you expire. So we have to keep the Kool-Aid inside in order for you to have a chance. That's the biggest thing, right? Stop the bleeding as quick as possible, and somebody better be calling for help.
Yep.
Is it BAC? It was like breathe, like
ABCs, airway, breathing, circulation. Yep. As long as you can breathe, as long as your heart is pumping, we just keep it inside.
BAC. So.
PAC.
PST.
Same letters, dude. Like, whatever, man.
They're better that way, man.
Absolutely.
But, well, gentlemen, I got one last one for you.
Let's do it.
Coming up on the end. And actually, Mike, you kind of inspired this one. So, community. So, with trust levels low, online spaces kind of getting combative, how are you building community? And what would you recommend to someone who's still mostly alone or solo online that may be watching us now, just starting, really not sure where to go, how to make that community, how to find support outside of YouTube, TikTok, wherever they are?
Okay. Don't just step into online spaces and like bear it all. Like, and I hate to be like this, but I hope you know what I mean is brutal honesty and just exposing like your vulnerabilities and your like actual situation is like kind of a problematic thing. You don't want to expose yourself to blowback by exposing your vulnerabilities. Step into online spaces and even not even online, but even personal spaces, slow. Put your toes in first. How we doing here? Feel your way. That chick said in the Grease movie. But don't push, like, and if you're trying to learn, then learn. If you're trying to teach, then teach. But you should always be trying to learn regardless.
Yeah.
But I would say, yeah, take things slow. Treat it like the dating scene. Okay. We are not running directly to home base here. Like you have to make inroads. You got to make friends. Come off as trusted. Find others who are trusted. Align morals, political beliefs, general worldview. All this is important. And work from there. It's a process. It's a world building thing. Like you will have to like work at this.
Yeah, it takes time to build those relationships. In all honesty, you know, I've got people I would consider close and trusted because I've known them for so long. Right? I've known these people for 10 plus years. Those are known and trusted. I've been with them in stressful situations. I've been with them in good times. I've been with them in bad times. I know what kind of people they are. I know what kind of, like Livingston Man said, not so much the political beliefs. I really don't care about that. I care more about your moral standards, right? What's cool to you morally? What way are you going to sway if I ask you this specific question? Your answer to a question that I ask you is going to be the deciding factor, and you're not going to know what question it is, right? I ask everybody questions when I first meet them, and based on their answers to those questions, either I discuss other things with them in the future, or I'm done right there. It's as simple as that. So get yourself a good base of questions that you can sort of judge somebody's morals off of, and I would say start asking people those questions locally. The more local, the better. Your neighbors, the guy right down the road, the guy in that big building that you've always wondered about. You know, whatever it is that strategically works for you. Look there first, because looking outside of that doesn't really help. And like Karen said, if you're in a church group, start there. If you're in, I don't know, the Boy Scouts or whatever it is you're into, start with the people that you already kind of know, and see which one of them would be a good fit for you or your group. If you had 2 or 3 people, you're going to be doing a lot better than just yourself, right? Because you got to sleep sometime, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. You know, for me, I'm amazed that people still say, I have no community, or I don't know anybody. The answer is find somebody.
Yeah, you got to open up, man. You have to get outside of your comfort zone to find new people, right?
We've been on this topic before, and I said
it's the first day at school every day.
perhaps harshly, but I'm going to stand on it, is that if at this point, especially if you've been out here and trying to do this for a while now, and maybe you're just not finding your community, I'm not going to accuse, but I'm going to suggest that maybe it's you.
Hey, that's it's a hard truth for some people to swallow, Livingston, man.
Do a little just self-analysis. Be like, okay, like I'm always big on this too, and I ask myself this question 100 times a day: am I wrong here? Am I the asshole here? And you know, I have never done anything wrong, and we all know this. But I do ask myself, did I? And of course, the answer is no. But I at least ask. You should do the same.
Yeah,
You'll find that a lot of times that you were right, and but sometimes you ain't nobody right all the time. No. A lot of mindset. In fact, I asked AI, "What's the Livingston Man's problem?" I asked it to watch all our videos, and I was like, "Now profile the Livingston Man," and it did. And then I was like, "What's his problem?" And its answer was very complicated, but I was like, "You know what? That's interesting." It said that I philosophize a lot, that I turn tactical topics into strategic and philosophical ones. Apparently, to the Livingston Man, everything happens up here, and how you think about it and how you perceive it and approach it. Mm. So that is my take. Apparently, I needed AI to, do therapy on me, but I figured it out now. I understand myself because I asked the computer, who are I? And it told me. So that's cool.
Interesting. I'm of the opposite of that, I would say. I am more of listen, there's a lot of people who talk about doing things and wonder about doing things and dream about doing things. I want to get up and fucking do them. I want to get up and do them. Right. I want to make it happen. And then even if I don't 100% know what I'm doing, I'm going to ask somebody who's a little bit more knowledgeable than me. And I'm going to get out there and start doing shit and see what comes of it. Maybe it's something amazing. Maybe it flops. I don't lose. I learn. So there's no failure. There's no failure when I try, because I go into it knowing that I may fail, and that's okay. And I'll learn something from it. I'll learn what not to do next time, if anything else. But there's so many talkers out there, man. Find yourself some doers. You're going to need them.
Yep. I'm like Mike. I'm a doer. I mean, you can tell me all day long, this is what I'm thinking about, and it's okay. Put Pete the mouth. Get it done. Let's do it. I don't care if we know what we're doing. Let's try something. Mike was sharing a whole bunch of stuff in the chat. Our chat, believe it or not, we do text and talk pretty much daily. He put up some stuff that I'm sitting there like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And I said, I need a list of everything I need.
Just this.
I need a complete list of everything
credit card. Credit card size.
Oh, it was a vape cartridge.
I just sent you a text message.
Smoking that.
Hey, and you know what?
Everything. Because I'm a doer and I want to do it. And if I don't know how to do it, I'm going to ask somebody who did.
That's
but,
it.
The AI said that about you and Mike. As a matter of fact, that it called me and Pete the philosophers, like we're the thinkers, sort of, and that you guys are more like the doers. It absolutely tracks. It said that. It profiled us, bros. It knows who we are.
Interesting.
Man, I've been profiled my entire life.
So what you're saying is, whenever we use Grok
it knows,
or any of the AIs, we should thank them, because when they take over, they'll be like, "No, those 4 guys, they said thank you."
Yeah.
I firmly believe that. I am like disgustingly polite to my digital assistants. Just I appreciate that fact that I can be like, the weather today, and it says it. Like I'm like, thank you for that. That's cool, man. Like, and it also the billionaires complained that by forcing the AI to like be polite to you back and respond costs them billions is all the more reason for you to be polite to the thing. Good. I hope that shit costs you money. I hope me saying thank you for some reason cost y'all billions. Good. Good. Okay.
We should all just start typing thank you. That's going to be
That's
like
it.
The Shining. Johnny is a dull boy.
The point is that the Four Horsemen is probably one of the most balanced panel style broadcasts, a podcast that you will see. We run the gamut of everything from practical, actual knowledge to philosophy of the lifestyle to dark humor. We laugh at weird stuff. You watching this podcast right now? You are watching a unicorn.
Yeah.
I love to share my time with these three gentlemen right here. I have never even met Trent or Pete in real life, but I don't even need to.
Won't come to Ohio, man. You think it's not real?
I can't meet Trent. It's just a time space thing.
Yeah,
I'll get you a flux capacitor. How do you think we move?
Exist in the same place at the same
Livingston
time.
needs
It's
to
like,
find the wormhole to go to Ohio.
How do you think we move the trucks without gassing up diesel fuel? Flux capacitors. We have mastered that technology.
That's right. You hit 88 miles an hour, you're going to see some shit.
what you think all the office was for, dude? Yeah. Fuck your electric.
So Livingston Man said this is one of the best panels ever. The Four Horsemen are getting together this weekend, believe it or not. Now, I don't know if the roaming prepper is going to be able to make it because I scheduled something on a very special day for him. So I'm not sure if the roaming prepper is going to be there for the whole thing, part of the thing, some of the thing, or none of the thing. But this Saturday, there will be a live, what would I call it? This a survival summit. That's what the last one was. That's what this one will be as well. Some of the biggest names in preparedness on YouTube will be in attendance, along with everybody you see on your screen and a whole lot more. Angry Prepper, Modern Refugee, Prepper Now, New York Prepper, Vision Preparedness, the Roaming Prepper, the Livingston Man, and the list goes on and on and on. Yeah, that's going down this Saturday at about 7 p.m. I haven't even scheduled it yet, so be on the lookout. It'll be up soon, but I think with everything going on in the world, it's time for us to put a few more minds together on this.
The last time we did a summit, that shit was like a freaking NATO Congress. We had like a gavel and shit. It's like, you go.
Yeah. It was that was years ago, like years and years ago, and it went really, really good. Really good. So
I'm not partaking in that. I am the MC. I'm the moderator of the panel. I do well at that. Don't ask me shit. I ask you shit.
Kathy says Prepper Now will join. Correct. The invitation has been set. I got to send out the links here soon. So hopefully we can get everybody together and have a good conversation about what folks should be doing, given our current situation going on in the world and here at home and things coming down the pipe. I think it's going to be a really good conversation.
Trent knows what to do.
I do.
It's true. It's true.
Trent, what time zone are you in? You drinking coffee right now?
It doesn't matter what the time zone is. I drink coffee from the time I get up to the time I go to sleep.
You work to 3 to 11, don't you?
I work sometimes.
All the time. ABW, always be working.
There you go.
But no, I mean,
Stay on that grind, bro.
Hey man, how you think these coordinated deliveries to all these McDonald's globally happens, bro?
The stress of the work has literally turned Trent bald.
Not from slacking, I'll tell you that. Not from slacking.
The grind is real, and I can't stress enough how much the homie. Are you west of the Ohio River?
I am north of the Ohio River.
Whatever the fuck Narnia ass land he's from. North of the Ohio River, what's that?
The Ohio River is south of.
She's saying I'm north of the Hudson River. What the fuck is that? It runs north to south. Like,
the Ohio River runs east to west.
The reason our business venture works so well is because our connection is untraceable, because Ohio is really just like a 3 million acre black site. Like it's like a vortex. There no communications work there. Like shit's weird. Like you weigh more when you go there for some reason. Like it's just gravity and shit. It's fucking weird. Like Fox Mulder like would it masturbates to Ohio. Okay.
Oh man, that
partnership is perfect. Both of us has absolute plausible deniability. They'd be like, "You sending human body parts to Ohio?" I'd look at them and be like, "Do you hear yourself, Ohio?" They'd be like, "I know, right? Yeah." Like they don't have a leg to stand on. Either way.
Why do you think Wright-Patterson Air Force Base is here?
Yeah, right. Air Force Base, UFO, fucking
exactly.
Hey,
you mean to say
I
extra?
drove through Roswell.
Yeah.
Like the Roswell, and the McDonald's is shaped like a UFO. That's where the aliens went. They were like, you know what? We're gonna make burgers, and they'll never notice we were here. And they just
the aliens that ran the place, Pete. It's right in plain sight. They like you to think
alien meat.
They would like you to think they're hiding it. It's secret. It's not. It's right in your face.
Right
that weirdo that works at McDonald's and you're like, yo, he's an alien. He is.
Yeah. If you're coming through Pennsylvania and you think you're going to hit the Pennsylvania-Ohio border, no, you're going to hit the Pennsylvania-Indiana border because you don't know how to get into Ohio. So it's not even there.
Pennsylvania is a whole other thing. Like it's not that it's not real. It's that it exists outside of time. Like you go there and you do this driving like for 45 hours and all of a sudden you're in Ohio and you're like, okay, this is like the upside this is not fucking real. Wake up, Livingston. Wake up.
Paul, to answer your question, I personally am not a fan of pinball preparedness. I do not take preparedness advice from somebody who sits in a chair and tries to tell me how to do things and can barely get outside to do anything themselves. Opinions are opinions. Enjoy your chair if that's your thing. Enjoy it, but not my thing, man. I cannot stand it. Cannot stand it. Take advice from people who are where you want to be, not people who sit in an easy chair and try to tell you what to do. That's my opinion. But on that note, I want to thank you all for joining us tonight on this Four Horsemen podcast hosted by the roaming prepper over here on Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival.
And sponsored by this gentleman right here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Much appreciated. We thank you all for being here and investing your most valuable resource with us, your time. Thank you. This has been the Four Horsemen Podcast, and we will catch y'all on the next podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, stay safe. Keep your wits about you. And Trent, would you like to give everybody a final word before we're out of here?
Keep on prepping, folks, and keep in mind the things you hear in the news and is or propaganda.
Amen.
Stay frosty and stay strapped whenever you can be. Skull.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Have a great night. Stay safe. Horsemen out.
Apocalypse now, 4 horsemen riding dirty. Death on the left, keep the Glock sturdy. Famine in the kitchen, hunger like a beast. War paint ready, unleash the inner beast. Pestilence drop, spread fear in the streets. Disease hit the block, no doc, kick your feet. Horseman information, skies turning black. Future looking bleak, no turning back. 4 horsemen riding on the edge of night. Chaos in the Squads on standby, final ride in the alley. War ain't a game, got the war drum stumping. Battalion on the move, always be something. Famine hit the block, food vanish in the mist. Empty pots, empty bellies, can't even twist. Pestilence lingering, bodies hit the floor. Disease knocking at the door, can't ignore. Four horsemen riding on the edge of night. Chaos in the wake, no end in sight. Four horsemen bringing dark to the light. 8 days marching, get ready for the fright. Leaving spot. Clench fists on the truth, we connect like a chain. Got the crowd leaning in for the clash of the brains. Every take heavy, every word on flame. If you scared of the storm, better guard your frame. Steel string swing, let the bass line growl. We dissect, redirect, call a fear out loud. From the myths to the markets, all masks come off. When the horsemen ride in, fake thrones get tossed. Yeah, it's the Four Horsemen Podcast. Say it once, let the name hit back. Four voices, one raw broadcast. If you came for the smoke, we pass that. Four horsemen ride. Oh, four horsemen ride. Yeah, oh. Key strike like a gavel when the facts come down. Every angle on the table, spin the whole thing round. We don't chase trends, we expose those scripts. Put the pressure on the line till the surface splits. Big talk at the bar, now it's live on air. If it shakes your beliefs, that's the price of fair. From the grind to the grief to the wins we stack. Cross the line, press play, ain't no turning back. Yeah!